going to show you how to use everything inside your Curaplex Stop the Bleed kit. First of all, the ABCs of Stop the Bleed would be A, to alert medical personnel or call 911, B, to find where the bleeding's coming from, and C, to compress and apply pressure to that wound. So first of all, you'll want to grab your gloves and apply them. Then you want to find where the bleeding is coming from on the patient. If needed, you may need to grab your shears in the kit to cut away any articles of clothing around the patient to find where the bleeding's coming from. Once you find the bleedings or the injury or bleeding location, you grab your gauze and you apply it to the wound. If it's a deep wound, you will want to pack the wound with the gauze, kind of in a circular motion, getting it inside to really compress and stop the bleed while applying constant pressure. Now, if it's a severe bleed, we will apply the CMXT tourniquet. And if it's a moderate bleed, then we can go ahead and just apply the emergency bandage. To apply the CMXT tourniquet, you place it on your patient. Ideally, you would like this 2 to 3 inches from the wound site. And if it can't be 2 to 3 inches from the wound site, try to just have it high and tight on the limb, anywhere between the patient's injury and the heart. So to apply this, you put it around, we put the strap right inside that buckle, and we pull back until we hear that click. That click means it's nice and tight now to begin our windlass or spinning with our windlass wand to tighten it even more. Once you have it tight enough, you can fold over your timestamp and write what time you applied the tourniquet. Now, if the bleeding continues, you may need to spin this tourniquet wand or the windlass wand one more time to make it extra tight. This will be very uncomfortable for the patient, but it's really recommended to leave it on until first responders arrive. Now, you keep pressure on the wound and you can grab your emergency bandage, apply it on top of the gauze there, and wrap it around the limb. The first wrap will go right inside this U here, and then you fold back to make it nice and tight. Oops. All the way until the end. And at the end here is where you'll have your clips to now secure it in place. And try to just keep pressure on there until medical or first responders arrive.